5.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 mark. Check three. You gotta make a move.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
A loss of 9 yards. And it's 3 and out.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
The result of the play is a turnover on downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brady. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff for Tampa Bay.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Complete to Miles Boykin. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
22-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They go play action now. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. He's going deep and got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line.
This time with Ingram. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd down.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
First down.
Play action. Now Jackson. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Peters on the coverage.
Hey, 66.
To throw again. Brady. They're targeting Godwin once more, this time complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions, they're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now Jones. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
And it's third down.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
From the 6. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now a play fake. Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 16. First down Tampa Bay. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard there to make the grab. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to keep it again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
14.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Check it, reload. I'm coming. Hey, check it.
Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Calais Campbell on the stop. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10.